Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Kyla and I am oh so excited to have you join us today. If you are new, hi, hello, welcome. My channel is basically just a plethora of things that I love, and you came on a very exciting day because today we are filming the 200 subscribers Q&A. About a week ago, I hit the 200 subscriber milestone, and my channel has continued to grow since then, so if you are new since then, welcome. I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you. We are joined by Zoe, my Truly Me 84, and Rhiannon Sarah Nix, my renamed Courtney Moore doll, and I chose them because they're girlies that do not get a lot of screen time, and actually, Rhiannon's only appearance on this channel was when I unboxed her as Courtney, and I didn't change her name. So yeah, like I said, her name is Rhiannon Sarah Nix, and yes, her entire name is inspired by Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac, so that's fun. Anyway, I'm not going to say who asked me each question just because I did not write it down. If I do not get to your question in this video, I do apologize, but there was kind of a lot of them, and I just kind of picked them at random as to what I was going to answer. So anyway, let's begin, shall we? Who is a doll you could see yourself keeping forever? Now, I have a ton of dolls that are super, super sentimental to me, like my first doll, and then my favorite childhood doll, and then my favorite, or not my favorite, oh my gosh. Well, yeah, my favorite adult collecting doll, my first custom, my first adult collecting doll. And so I have a lot of sentimental dolls. And honestly, I thought about this. I looked through my collection, and a doll I could see myself keeping forever is Elizabeth Cole. And Elizabeth was my favorite doll growing up. Now, for the first couple of dolls that I had, Kirsten was like my pride and joy, and I still love her to death. But Elizabeth was like the upgraded Kirsten, and she came in the most beautiful pink dress, and Elizabeth is just my heart, and I love Elizabeth Cole so freaking much, and if you do not have her, you need to go hunt her down because she is so, so precious. Alright, next up, we have, why did you start AGTube? Now, fun fact, I didn't start AGTube, like, as an AGTube. This is basically just a channel of my life, like I said, and I started it out because of my visual impairment and my battle with depression and anxiety, because I've always been one to share my story, to help others. I want everybody to know that even though you feel alone, and I myself have definitely been there, you are not alone, and I just kind of, you know, I want to share my struggles and my experiences with you guys and just let you guys know that even though if you have a disability or anything like that, that it does not make you, you know, less of a person, and you can still function like everybody else. You're just going to work a little bit harder, and in the end, you will become even stronger. Now, the American Girl aspect of the channel basically just happened by accident because my 1-year anniversary of recollecting is almost coming up. Christmas Eve is when I ordered Blair Wilson after not thinking about dolls for a good decade. And then I was like, wow, I can incorporate this into my channel because people actually do this. And that's how I met most of you guys. And yeah, so, oh, sorry, I just hit my tripod. I am sitting in the craziest position right now. You guys don't even know. If I could take a picture, I would, but the lighting in my room is terrible. But I woke up this morning and there was snow outside, so that's fun. Next up, we have this question, and this was the most unique question out of all of them, and it says, how are you doing during the pandemic? And I'm going to touch on this briefly just because I know this is a really controversial topic. I am doing okay. I have had my ups and downs. My depression is definitely a little bit higher than it has been in the past couple of, you know, years, I guess, in the past year and a half. So that's not fun, but I'm getting through it. I'm pushing through it. I have amazing family and friends that are by my side. For a while, I was doing okay because I'm one that doesn't like to leave my house. I'm super introverted and everything, so I was like okay with that. But now the holidays are coming up, and I'm a huge family-oriented person, so I'm doing okay. That's all I'm really going to say on that front. All right, this one says, what are your thoughts on the Girl of the Year for 2021? Now, I'm not going to, well, okay, I'll briefly touch on this, but I made a whole video dedicated to this, and I basically created 2 options, then I explained what I wanted her to be like and obviously look like, so you guys can, if I remember, which I never ever do, and you guys are so kind, you never yell at me, but if I remember, I will link it down below. If not, it's just a few videos before this one, hopefully, depending on when I post this, and it's me creating the Girl of the Year, what I think she will be like, because I literally only know her name. I've heard and seen some spoilers, but I don't really take anything into consideration until it's confirmed by the actual company. What are your opinions on the new Christmas dolls? Okay, so if you don't know, these are the ones that are like in the super fancy dresses that I'm obsessed with, and they literally scream Kyla, like me. Yes, when I was a queen, if you didn't know, I did pageants. When I was a queen, the pink dress is definitely like, it reminds me of the dress I was crowned in, so I'm like super attached to that one. All right, this one, I love this one. If you could take any custom that you've seen on Instagram, who would it be and why? I thought about this for a while, and you guys are probably all expecting me to say a Sabri Paints doll, and yes, I love his creations, but I am obsessed with Paris from Juniper Illy's collection. I think she was created by Small Friends. I should have went back and looked, but I'm obsessed with Paris, and if Lily ever sells Paris, which I don't think she will, I will probably have to fight someone because I'm obsessed with Paris, and she's so perfect. This one was one of my favorites, and it basically asked, since I'm an adult doll collector and I'm super introverted, how do I make doll collecting friends around my age? And basically I love this because it's so true. My best doll collecting friend I met through YouTube. I subscribed to her, and then I followed her on Instagram, and then we just became really good friends through our dolls, and we do converse every day. It is mostly about doll stuff, but Koa, if you're watching this, I love you a lot. But it's just kind of I just kind of follow people on Instagram, and then I made a lot of my friends through my Instagram lives, which I go live a couple times a week, or at least I try to, and I've made a lot of friends that way because they come to my lives and we converse not only about doll stuff, but actually real life stuff, and that's kind of how it happened, definitely through Instagram. So if you guys are not on Instagram, come follow me, Kyla Collects AG. Least favorite historical. This is bad. This is so bad, you guys, but Molly McIntyre, and I'm going to tell you why. So I loved her books as a kid because I'm a huge World War II buff, and that's when Molly is from, and she was my third doll. To me, she was literally the just brown-haired version of Kirsten, and I played with them all the time, and Kit, obviously, because they were my first three, and then I got Samantha, who was kind of like the upgraded version of Molly because I liked her movies better, or just her movie. I liked her movie better. And Molly, I still can't vibe with her, and I don't really know what's up with that. So that's fun. I love this one. If you were an AG doll, what would your collection be like? Okay, so Isabel Palmer, you guys know, my mini-me, and I'd put her in here, but she currently doesn't have her eyes because I'm swapping them out, so she can look even more like me. But my collection would literally be Isabel's, just absolutely everything pink and poofy and glitzy and everything like that. Take away the dancing and the sewing and replace that with... I'm a writer, you guys know, so definitely a writer, and then probably, I would probably have like a record player in my collection because you guys know I have my vinyl collection. I have a whole video on my vinyl collection. I'd probably have a record player in my collection, and then honestly, I'd probably have like a little laptop with, I guess, American Girl versions of the Sims games because I'm addicted to the Sims, and I definitely have a cat. It'd probably be a Siamese cat, but there would be a cat in my collection. So, just kind of combine me with Isabel, and that's basically the Kyla collection. All right, your favorite American Girl doll overall. I had to think about this because you guys know Elizabeth is my life, but she is not. She's a best friend doll, so she wouldn't exist without Felicity. So I had to think about this, and I took best friend dolls out of the equation, and I took Girl of the Year dolls out of the equation as well, because to me, American Girl wouldn't exist without the historicals. So my favorite historicals are Felicity, Kirsten, and Caroline. So then I narrowed that down to who have I had the longest and who's been around the longest. So obviously that eliminated Caroline right away, and then Felicity, and that left us with Kirsten. I love Kirsten Larson. Freaking, like, oh my gosh, she's freaking amazing. I love Kirsten, and she is my favorite regular doll. Elizabeth is my favorite best friend doll. And as for Girl of the Year, my favorite Girl of the Year is Isabel. I loved this question. So it says, if you could go back to a time you purchased a doll and buy a different one, would you do it? And the answer is yes. So I thought about this and I was like, no, because Eleanor is a big part of my collection. She was the first doll I bought in store and it was a whole thing. Eleanor is my Mary Ellen, if you didn't know. But Eleanor, I was really torn that day. I went there expecting to get a Truly Me. And then I went and I was like, maybe I'll get an Anea. Then maybe I'll get Mary Ellen. So, Truly Me 65 has haunted me since the day my best friend and I discovered her existence in the American Girl store, Chicago. I probably should have come home with 65 instead of Eleanor, but I'm not going to sell Eleanor or anything like that because I love her a lot. But I think about Truly Me 65 every day. This one asked if I had any doll customizer recommendations through ones that you can find on Etsy, and the answer is actually no, because the two customizers I have my dolls from, because I have one from Seb Repaints. That's where Yasmin came from. He is amazing. He sporadically releases dolls with the most intense makeup ever. He will release these dolls and they will be very high priced, only because you can tell the amount of detail he puts into these face-ups. And if you guys know what Yasmin looks like, yeah, just absolute queen. I do recommend Seb. His dolls are kind of hard to get and they're a little bit more pricey. But Vanessa used to be It's a Doll Life, but now is Dallas Doll Co. And she's where most of my custom girlies came from. If you guys have been here forever, you know. Basically, she used to have an Etsy shop, but now she has her own website, and I'm super, super proud of her for doing that. So, it's just dallasdollco.com, and, you can go there, and she has modern dolls, and then she has rainbow dolls. I don't own any of the rainbow dolls, simply because you guys know I don't like colored wigs. The most crazy colored wig I will go is the one that's on My Little Mermaid, that Vanessa actually made. So Dallas Doll Co. is definitely my #1 doll customizer recommendation. She's no longer on Etsy. On Etsy, you can find Dolly Be Mine, I think is her name. I don't have any of her dolls, but I like look at them constantly. But my #1 is Dallas Doll Co. And she's amazing. The communication is fantastic. The shipping is fast. You get like the cutest outfits, and just the quality of the doll is amazing. Someone asks, what is your favorite food? And my favorite food, so I have a couple. So like if we're talking like main course, definitely steak. If we're talking a snack, it's popcorn. And if we're talking like a dessert of any kind, it's anything red velvet. So cookies, cake, yeah, red velvet. I'm a red velvet addict, and I'm not sorry. What is your favorite vacation spot? Okay, so I've actually been to a lot of places. I have been to, Dallas, Texas, as I don't even know if you guys know that. I've been to Dallas, Texas, and that is the home of my favorite TV show, Dallas. I actually went to where they filmed. I met some of the cast, so that was a fun, quick little vacation. I've also been to Kauai, Hawaii. I was there. I have a whole, like, vlog series on that. I was there at the beginning of this year and the end of last year. I've been to Alabama. I went to Nashville as a little girl. And I've gone to Ohio because we used to drive to Cedar Point. But, my favorite for vacation, my Dallas thing was kind of more an event, but I would love to go back to Dallas because it literally was my favorite place on earth. It's where, like I said, my favorite TV show was created, and it's just, everyone there was so nice. Hawaii was really fun too, but I don't like to be out in the sun, and I'm not really a tropical person. I did really like the ocean, and we were wave jumping and everything, but Dallas definitely trumps Hawaii just because of how sentimental the place is to me. Alright guys, it looks like that was the final question. Thank you guys all so much for listening to me. I seriously appreciate all the questions, and I hope my answers were what you guys were hoping for. If you have not already, give this video a big thumbs up, leave a positive comment down below, hit that subscribe button, and tap that really cool notification bell so you can know the exact moment I post a new video. Have a blessed day, and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye everybody!